So just a few days ago, the world's strongest military, at least they think so, the mighty Bangladeshi Army, made plans to create a greater Bangladesh by capturing India and Myanmar. Yes, you heard that right. Let's rewind a bit. A few months ago, Bangladesh went through a massive government collapse. And suddenly, this man became the new leader. He took all the power, like all of it. But who exactly made this guy the most powerful man in Bangladesh? Some theories say the US government. Even the previous government dropped hints about it. But hey, we're not here to gossip, so let's get to the juicy stuff. Now, this super powerful Bangladeshi military has laid out their grand plan for a greater Bangladesh. But hold on, here's the reality check.
The Arakan Army has claimed the capture of the last army outpost in the strategic western town of Mongdo. You know what that means? That it gains full control of the border with Bangladesh.
So, why hasn't any official news come out of Bangladesh about this? Oh, right, no democracy there. The Arakan Army from Myanmar's Rakhine state has been busy clearing out Rohingya Muslims and pushing them towards Bangladesh. Because why not, right? In 2021, Myanmar had its own government collapse, and since then, the military has been in charge. But the Arakan Army, which is also supported by the Rakhine people, wants to create a new sovereign state to restore democracy. Did someone say democracy?
Knock, knock, motherfucker, it's the United States of America.
After Trump became president, some countries poof disappeared, while others poof appeared out of thin air. Rakhine State was one of those poofing places. Trump, being the right-wing leader he was, did his thing, and then Biden came in with his center-left vibes. That's why this guy is now in charge of Bangladesh. Seems legit. And here's a fun theory. Some say China is secretly supporting the Arakan Army to seize the region and boost its influence over the Bay of Bengal. In fact, 95% of the Arakan Army's funding is from China. No big deal, right? Oh, and here's a twist. India's been budding up with the Arakan Army too. And after the BRICS summit in Russia, the Indo-Chinese relationship has skyrocketed. Both leaders are now trying to increase mutual respect, which basically means shaking hands while secretly eyeing Bangladesh. And oh, Ajit Doval just popped over to China for a visit. The great game is in full swing in Bangladesh. The US wants control of the areas near the Bay of Bengal, while China's eyeing the Chittagong Hill area. But wait, there's more. There's a high chance we might see a new Hindu country emerge from Bangladesh. Trump appointed Tulsi Gabbard, a Hindu American, to the position of US intelligence chief. Yes, all US intelligence agencies are now under her command. And guess what? She has opinions about the situation in Bangladesh, especially when it comes to Hindus.
As a member of Congress, I introduced a resolution that called for the protection of Hindus and religious minorities in Bangladesh, people who continue to be targeted and persecuted to this day. Now, the height of this persecution actually began 50 years ago, when the Pakistani army systematically murdered, raped, and drove from their homes millions of Bengali Hindus because of their religion and ethnicity. On March 25th, 1971, was the beginning of a systematic targeting of Hindus in Bangladesh by the Pakistani military. It began in Hindu neighborhoods and villages, first at Jagannath Hall, which was a Hindu dormitory in Dhaka University, where 5,000 to 10,000 people were killed on that first night alone. This genocidal campaign continued for 10 months, resulting in 2 to 3 million people killed, hundreds of thousands of women and girls raped, and more than 10 million forced to flee their homes.
Now, if India knew how to cut Pakistan out of the picture to create Bangladesh in 1971, don't you think they know how to create a new Hindu nation now? Just saying, with all these power players at the table, there's a real chance Bangladesh could lose a region, either in the west or the east. And here's the kicker. Bangladesh thinks it can rely on the US or China for help. But guess what? Both of them want control over Bangladesh's region. And who was once Bangladesh's friend? India, of course. But after the revolution, they've managed to turn anti-India. Well done. In the end, Bangladesh could become the next Syria. The old Bangladesh? Yeah, that's not existing anymore. China and the US want control over the Bay of Bengal, while India and Myanmar have a slightly different agenda: Hindu, Buddhist, and other religious minorities. Oh, and it helps India access the northeast and the Bay of Bengal. It's India's golden opportunity to create a new nation, just like 1971, but this time with more religious and geopolitical benefits. That's why India is staying silent right now. India needs to be Chanakya, not Nehru. A wise man once said, never interrupt your enemy when they're making a mistake. So, let's wait and see. Will Bangladesh stabilize? Will it be carved into a new country? Or will it just become part of someone else's empire?